To know where I want to go, I need to appreciate where I've been. I need to learn from the good and from the bad. In order to know how I want 2020 to play out, I have to learn from what happened in 2019. From the bad, I learn experiences, and from the good, I learn exactly how I want my life to continue looking like. Are you ready to take control of 2020? Hello and welcome. I'm Ashley from Yoga for That and founder of the Live Better 2020 program. I'm here to support you on your journey to live your best life. If you're ready to take control of your life, make sure to subscribe to my channel and you'll receive new content every week. For me, 2018, so going back a couple years, was a really challenging and trying time. I went through a ton of life lessons, and unfortunately, a lot of them were through horrible experiences. However, I knew that moving forward from 2018 into 2019, that I wanted to continue to move forward. I didn't want to be stuck in the grief that I had experienced in 2018. I knew that moving forward into 2019, that my own health and well-being was my primary focus, and my word of the year in 2019 was control. It was taking control back of my own life, taking control of what I could actually control in my life, and beginning to let go of the things that I couldn't control and to focus on the positivity of my life. In 2019, I traveled, I took care of my health, and I made self-care a priority. I learned to let go of the expectations of the life I was currently living, and I learned to focus more on the life that I wanted to be living. I changed jobs so that I could feel more financially secure. I focused on nurturing relationships that were important to me. I learned to let go of worrying about what others thought of me and began to focus on what I wanted and living the life that I wanted to live and being the most authentic version of me that I could be. 2019 also taught me that I want to continue on this journey of helping others live their best lives as well. In the spring of 2019, I created a mini version of my much now larger version of the Live Better program 2020. I created both the programs from a place of experience, from what worked for me, and continuing this idea of being able to live our best lives no matter what's going on at the time. 2019 taught me that I want to continue having control over my own life, and if you can relate to that, make sure you hit the thumbs up button below. My 2020 word of the year is appreciation. Write your word of the year for 2020 in the comments below. If you don't have one yet, you're more than welcome to write your word of the year in from 2019 if you had one. And if you're still looking for a word of the year for 2020, make sure to stay tuned and I'll teach you how to come up with that word all on your own. If you're ready to take control of your life in 2020, I find that having a word of the year is super, super helpful. Last year was the second year that I had a word of the year. My word of the year, I can remember was in 2018 because 2018 really kind of was swept away from me. And I don't really remember what I had planned for it because everything just went crazy and definitely did not go as planned at all. So last year, like I said, my word of the year was control, and that to me meant that in any situation I was in, making sure that I had as much control as I could over that situation, not letting outside influences affect how I felt about things or affect my decision-making process. And so this year, my word of the year is appreciation. And I've actually already started inviting that in to my life by telling people around me how much I appreciate them and taking moments to appreciate what's around me. I love the holiday season, so enjoying the lights, the music, time with friends and family, just being more aware of the things that I do appreciate so that I'm aware of the things that maybe I don't appreciate or I want to make a change in my life. So if you're ready to find your word of the year, it's super simple. 3 steps. So step number 1, you're going to write out what didn't go well last year. So the things you struggled with. So whether it was finances, whether it was being late, maybe it was not traveling enough or being the most authentic version of you. When you write this down, be as honest as you can be. It's super important to be honest because this is just for you. This is just for you to have that realization of what you struggled with, and it might be something that you didn't even realize. Sometimes our struggles are very, very clear. It's very easy to see what we've been struggling with. But honestly, when we dig down deep, we realize that those bigger struggles stem from something that we didn't even realize we were struggling with. So make sure you're very, very honest with step number 1 of the things that you struggled with. Step number 2, you're going to write down all the things that went really well. What did you achieve? What did you feel really good about? Did you start a new job? Did you start a new relationship? Did you join a club? All the things that went really well, small to big, whatever it is that you feel really good about from 2019, make sure you write all of that down. Step number 3 is to figure out how you want 2020 to look. So looking ahead, and you might take a peek back at step number 1 and what didn't go well and how you're going to make that change into 2020. So if you felt that your job was, you're either doing too much work for not enough money, whatever the reason was, how are you going to fix that in 2020? Does it mean that you have a sit down with your boss or your team and figure out a solution? Is it that you start looking for a new job? Is it that you go back to school so you can get a promotion within the job that you have or within the company that you already have? How can you take away from what didn't go well in 2019 to make a better 2020? And you'll also take a peek at what you wrote down for step 2. What went well? What did you really enjoy? And how do you want to keep that in your life? I traveled a lot in 2019. I would love to continue traveling. So that's something that I've made space for in my budget. And I know that by maybe sacrificing some of the other things that I like to spend my money on, I can put that money away to traveling, going to see my friends, hanging out with my family, maybe visiting some new places this year. So by learning what didn't go well and what did go well, we can start to pave our path towards a better 2020, a better decade. I can't believe it's a new decade as well soon. So really taking opportunities to check in with ourselves and continuing on the path of what we like to do, as well as learning from what's gone on in the past so we can do better in the future. If you join my Live Better program, you're going to see a longer clip after this. That is how I used my word of the year in 2019 to really change my life and to make sure I was still on the path or getting on the path of the life that I truly, truly want to be living. To find your word of the year for 2020, you can follow the 3 steps above. I also have a downloadable resource that you can use, so you can find the link for that down below, so make sure you grab that. And you can also just write it out on a piece of paper or in your journal. If you don't want to have another document taking over your computer, that's totally fine. You can go back in the video and check out those 3 tips again. I really believe that finding a focus word for 2020 will help you get onto the path of living your best life. So whether you feel you're already on it, this word will help you stay on it, or if you feel you've been struggling over the past year or years of trying to find your path, I truly, truly believe that by finding your focus word for 2020, it'll help you to get on that path or be working towards the path of the life that you truly want to be living. If you found this video helpful and you haven't already hit the like button, please hit the like button below. Please share this video with your friends and your family, anyone you think would find this video helpful, and make sure you leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you liked, Let me know what your word of the year is for 2020 or anything else that you're focusing on for the new year. Are you excited for the new year? Are you terrified for the new year? Let me know. I'm here to support you any way that I can. And if you want to find out more about my Live Better program, make sure you watch the video on my channel. You'll find the link for that below. And I can't wait to see you in the next video, and I can't wait to grow with you. Have a good one.